Cole Caufield right there, 15th overall pick by Montreal. Good kid.
Great kid.
Anytime you talk to him. Did you like that? I love that answer about you had him higher. A lot of people had him higher.
Yeah,
go
it's
out
a
there.
tough
I'm going to
question,
shove it
but
down.
we know Cole can take it.
Were you
He's
surprised by the
mature
answer?
kid. No, I wasn't at all. He's very mature. But what I like about him as a hockey player, and you may have seen it when he put his jersey on, he's not the biggest guy. Everybody knows that, but he's thick. Reminds me a little bit of Marty St. Louis in terms of the center of gravity in his body.
And that guy wasn't drafted.
No, and Marty was never drafted. Didn't matter to him. It's guys like him, quite frankly, that allow kids like Cole in today's world to be drafted because people have changed their opinions. You don't necessarily have to be 6'5" anymore, but there is a certain amount of girth or size or mass that you need to have. And Cole Caufield has that to me when I watch him play. He's going to get bumped off some pucks as he eventually makes his way up to higher levels, but I think he can handle it. I don't think he shies away. He's not necessarily Brendan Gallagher, one of the few guys that he'll eventually be playing with that actually scored 30 goals the last 2 years. I think there's like 8 players that have done it. Gallagher's one of them, but he'll score more in the greasy areas. I think Cole was pretty articulate about he wants to find those quiet areas. You get him the puck in those areas and he'll bury it.
Is this one of those things that can't be taught? Like Alex DeBrincat, at any level, he just scores goals. Regardless, again, another guy who's kind of been, hammered down because of his size at one point. You're like, oh, you can't play at this level. Yes, he can. Is Cole Caufield in that same mold?
There's always something behind what drives you to learn the way you learn. When you look at Cole Caufield, I think we could quickly figure out that not being a bigger guy like DeBrincat, they got forced to maybe find quiet areas. They got forced to be in other spaces on the ice. And ultimately, they were really good at it.
Yeah.
And they learned that they could still be effective and maybe not be that guy in the greasy area all the time. And I think that's what shaped him. That's what shapes his view as a hockey player. When I watch him closely, and I watched a lot of tape on him before the draft, he was a guy that really impressed me in the little details, the little things that are subtle that you don't necessarily see. They don't show up on the score sheet, but they lead to your overall success.
Yeah, great kid talking to him, and a heck of a hockey player, and we can see that in just his first couple of exhibition games at Wisconsin.